In the annals of conspiracy theories, few tales are as intriguing and enigmatic as the Philadelphia experiment. It's a story of secret military experiments, teleportation, and unseen forces. Join us as we delve into the mysteries and legends surrounding this controversial episode in naval history. In the dimly lit corners of conspiracy lore, few tales capture the imagination quite like the Philadelphia experiment. This story, steeped in mystery and intrigue, begins in the early 1940s, a time when the world was engulfed in the throes of World War II. The United States, determined to gain an advantage over the Axis powers, was investing heavily in scientific and technological research. It was a period marked by innovation and desperation, where the boundaries of possibility were constantly being pushed. The setting for this extraordinary tale is the Philadelphia Naval Yard, a bustling hub of naval activity. Ships came and went, supplies were loaded, and sailors prepared for their missions. Amidst this flurry of wartime activity, whispers of secret experiments and advanced technologies began to circulate. It was within this environment that the USS Eldridge, a newly commissioned destroyer escort, was said to have played a central role in a top-secret military project that would become known as the Philadelphia Experiment. The USS Eldridge was an impressive vessel, designed to protect convoys from submarine attacks. Its primary mission was to safeguard the vital supply lines that stretched across the Atlantic, ensuring that men and materials could reach the European theater. The ship was equipped with the latest in naval technology, but according to the legend, it was also the testbed for an experiment that sought to achieve something far beyond conventional military capabilities: invisibility. The goal of the Philadelphia experiment, as the story goes, was to render the USS Eldridge invisible to enemy radar and perhaps even to the naked eye. This would provide the U.S. Navy with a significant tactical advantage, allowing its ships to move undetected through hostile waters. The means to achieve this incredible feat was purportedly rooted in the work of some of the most brilliant scientific minds of the time, including Albert Einstein and his unified field theory. Einstein's unified field theory aimed to describe the fundamental forces of nature within a single framework, unifying gravity and electromagnetism. While the theory remained incomplete and speculative, it provided a tantalizing glimpse into the potential for manipulating the very fabric of reality. It is within this context that the Philadelphia experiment legend suggests that Navy scientists, leveraging Einstein's ideas, developed a method to bend light and radio waves around a ship, effectively making it invisible. On October 28, 1943, the experiment was allegedly conducted. The USS Eldridge, docked at the Philadelphia Naval Yard, was outfitted with an array of generators and advanced equipment designed to create an intense electromagnetic field. As the story goes, when the equipment was activated, the ship was surrounded by a strange greenish-blue glow. Witnesses claimed that the ship shimmered for a moment before disappearing entirely from view. What happened next is the subject of much speculation and debate. According to some accounts, the USS Eldridge not only became invisible but was also teleported to Norfolk, Virginia, over 200 miles away. There, it supposedly materialized for a few minutes before disappearing again and reappearing back in Philadelphia. This alleged teleportation added a layer of science fiction to the already incredible tale, suggesting that the experiment had inadvertently unlocked the secrets of instantaneous travel. The immediate aftermath of the experiment was said to be disastrous. Crew members reportedly suffered severe physical and psychological effects. Some were claimed to have been fused with the metal of the ship, others driven insane by the experience, and still others said to have vanished entirely. These horrific outcomes added a tragic dimension to the story, painting a picture of scientific hubris gone awry. The first public mention of the Philadelphia experiment came from Carl M. Allen, who also used the alias Carlos Allende. Allen, a merchant marine, claimed to have witnessed the experiment from the SS Andrew Forsyth, a ship that was docked nearby. In 1956, Allen sent a series of letters to Morris K. Jessup, an astronomer and UFO researcher, detailing his version of events. These letters, filled with cryptic references and assertions, would spark widespread interest and bring the Philadelphia experiment into the public eye. Jessup was intrigued by Allende's claims and began to investigate. He found the story both fascinating and disturbing, as it intersected with his own interests in unconventional science and unexplained phenomena. Jessup's book, The Case for the UFO, which delved into the possibilities of extraterrestrial technology, had already garnered him attention from both the public and the U.S. Navy. Allende's letters seemed to provide a terrestrial counterpart to Jessup's celestial musings, linking the mysteries of the sea with those of the stars. As Jessup delved deeper into the story, he found himself increasingly entangled in a web of speculation and controversy. The letters from Allende contained detailed descriptions of the experiment, references to esoteric scientific principles, and accusations of a cover-up by the U.S. Navy. Jessup's attempts to verify Allende's claims were met with resistance and obfuscation, fueling his belief that there was a kernel of truth to the story, hidden beneath layers of disinformation. The U.S. Navy, for its part, has consistently denied that any such experiment took place. Official records show no evidence that the USS Eldridge was involved in any experiments related to invisibility or teleportation. According to naval logs, the Eldridge was not even in Philadelphia on the dates in question, but was instead on a shakedown cruise in the Bahamas. These denials have done little to quell the rumors, however, and have often been interpreted by conspiracy theorists as further proof of a cover-up. Over the years, the Philadelphia experiment has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and movies. Each retelling adds its own embellishments and interpretations, blending fact and fiction into a compelling narrative that continues to captivate imaginations. The story has become a staple of conspiracy theory lore, drawing parallels with other tales of secret government experiments and unexplained phenomena. The allure of the Philadelphia experiment lies in its mix of science fiction and conspiracy. Its suggestion that there are hidden truths and undiscovered technologies lurking just beyond the boundaries of our understanding. It challenges our perception of reality, inviting us to consider the possibilities of advanced science and the ethical implications of its use. Whether seen as a cautionary tale of scientific overreach or a testament to the power of the human imagination, the Philadelphia experiment endures as one of the most intriguing mysteries of the modern age. As we delve deeper into the story, we will explore the accounts of alleged witnesses, the scientific perspectives on the claims, and the broader cultural impact of the Philadelphia experiment. Through interviews with historians, researchers, and skeptics, we aim to separate fact from fiction and uncover the truth behind one of the most enduring legends of the 20th century. Join us as we navigate the murky waters of history and science, seeking to illuminate the shadows cast by the Philadelphia experiment. The legend of the Philadelphia experiment is steeped in mystery and controversy, with its purported events unfolding against the backdrop of World War II. The United States was fully engaged in the conflict, and the urgency to gain technological superiority over the Axis powers drove numerous secretive and ambitious projects. It was within this context that the Philadelphia experiment was said to have taken place, centered around the USS Eldridge, a newly commissioned destroyer escort. The USS Eldridge, designated DE-173, was built by the Federal Shipbuilding and Dry Dock Company in Newark, New Jersey. Launched on July 25, 1943, and commissioned on August 27, 1943, the Eldridge was designed to protect naval convoys from enemy submarines and aircraft. Equipped with anti-aircraft guns, depth charges, and sonar systems, it was a formidable addition to the U.S. Navy's fleet. However, according to the legend, the ship was also involved in an extraordinary and secretive experiment aimed at achieving naval invisibility. The story of the Philadelphia experiment first came to public attention through the claims of Carl M. Allen, who also used the pseudonym Carlos Allende. Allen, a merchant marine, alleged that he had witnessed the experiment from the SS Andrew Furuseth, a nearby ship. He claimed that on October 28, 1943, The USS Eldridge was fitted with a series of powerful electromagnetic generators designed to bend light and radar waves around the ship, effectively rendering it invisible. According to Allen, the experiment began with the activation of these generators. Witnesses described seeing a greenish-blue glow surrounding the Eldridge as the electromagnetic field intensified. The ship then seemed to shimmer and blur before vanishing from sight entirely. This startling disappearance was said to last for several minutes before the ship reappeared, leaving behind a crew that had supposedly experienced severe physical and psychological effects. Allen's accounts detailed horrific consequences for the crew of the USS Eldridge. Some sailors were allegedly found embedded in the ship's metal structure, fused with the bulkheads as if they had been partially materialized within the ship itself. Others were reported to have gone insane or suffered severe disorientation. Some accounts even claimed that crew members had become invisible or had mysteriously vanished, never to be seen again. Allen's letters to Morris K. Jessup, an astronomer and UFO researcher, were filled with cryptic references and detailed descriptions of the experiment. Jessup, who had already gained some notoriety with his book, The Case for the UFO, found Allen's claims both fascinating and disturbing. Intrigued by the possibility that the U.S. Navy might have conducted such an experiment, Jessup began to investigate further, hoping to uncover more information about the supposed project. Jessup's inquiries led him into a tangled web of speculation and intrigue. He discovered that Allen's letters included references to concepts from Einstein's unified field theory, a theoretical framework that sought to unify the fundamental forces of nature. Although Einstein's theory was incomplete and speculative, it provided a scientific veneer to Allen's claims, suggesting that the experiment could have involved manipulating the fabric of space-time itself. Despite his efforts, Jessup struggled to find concrete evidence to support Allen's story. The U.S. Navy consistently denied that any such experiment had taken place, and official records showed no indication that the USS Eldridge had been involved in any unusual activities. According to naval logs, the Eldridge was not even in Philadelphia on the dates in question, but was instead undergoing a shakedown cruise in the Bahamas. The lack of official confirmation did little to quell the rumors, however. The Philadelphia experiment took on a life of its own, fueled by the public's fascination with secret government projects and the possibility of advanced technologies. Books, articles, and documentaries exploring the story proliferated, each adding new layers of detail and speculation to the narrative. One of the most influential books on the subject was The Philadelphia Experiment, Project Invisibility, written by William L. Moore and Charles Berlitz, and published in 1979. The book combined Allen's original claims with additional interviews and research, weaving a compelling narrative that captivated readers. Moore and Berlitz's work brought the Philadelphia experiment into mainstream consciousness, solidifying its place in the annals of conspiracy lore. The scientific community, however, remained largely skeptical of the claims made about the Philadelphia experiment. Physicists and engineers pointed out numerous flaws in the story, from the improbability of achieving invisibility through electromagnetic fields to the lack of credible evidence supporting the alleged events. They argued that the technology required to teleport a ship simply did not exist in the 1940s, and that the dramatic effects described by Allen were more likely the product of imagination and misunderstanding than scientific reality. Despite these criticisms, the Philadelphia experiment continued to attract attention and speculation. For many, the story's appeal lay in its blend of science fiction and conspiracy. Its suggestion that there were hidden truths and undiscovered technologies just beyond the reach of mainstream understanding. The idea that the U.S. government could have conducted such an experiment in secret resonated with a public increasingly wary of official narratives and eager for tales of intrigue and mystery. The narrative of the Philadelphia experiment was further complicated by various individuals who claimed to have first-hand knowledge of the events. Al Bielek, for example, emerged in the 1980s as a self-proclaimed survivor of the experiment. Bielek's elaborate story included claims of time travel, government mind control programs, and extraterrestrial involvement. Although widely regarded as dubious by researchers, Bielik's accounts added another layer of complexity to the already convoluted legend. In addition to individual testimonies, various documents and supposed eyewitness accounts have surfaced over the years, each adding to the mythos of the Philadelphia experiment. Some of these documents are clearly fabrications, while others are more difficult to dismiss outright. The challenge for researchers has been to sift through the mix of fact, fiction, and deliberate disinformation to uncover any kernels of truth that might lie at the heart of the story. The Philadelphia experiment has also found a place in popular culture, inspiring numerous films, television shows, and books. These portrayals often take significant liberties with the original story, blending it with other conspiracy theories and science fiction tropes to create compelling narratives. The 1984 film, The Philadelphia Experiment, for example, depicts a dramatic and fictionalized version of the events, complete with time travel and government cover-ups. Such portrayals have helped to keep the story alive in the public imagination, even as they blur the lines between reality and fiction. Modern-day researchers and enthusiasts continue to investigate the Philadelphia experiment, seeking new evidence and attempting to uncover the truth behind the legend. Advances in technology and access to previously classified information have provided new avenues for exploration, although definitive proof remains elusive. Some researchers focus on debunking the myth, while others remain open to the possibility that there is more to the story than meets the eye. One intriguing aspect of the ongoing investigation is the potential link between the Philadelphia experiment and other alleged secret government projects, such as the Montauk Project. According to some theories, the two experiments were part of a broader program involving advanced physics, mind control, and time travel. While these claims are highly speculative, they add another dimension to the narrative and illustrate the ways in which conspiracy theories can evolve and interconnect. The legacy of the Philadelphia experiment is a testament to the enduring power of myth and the human desire for mystery and wonder. Whether viewed as a cautionary tale of scientific overreach, a fascinating piece of fiction, or a genuine mystery waiting to be solved, the story continues to captivate and intrigue. It challenges our understanding of reality and invites us to explore the boundaries of what is possible, both in science and in the human imagination. As we continue to explore the story of the Philadelphia experiment, we will delve into the accounts of alleged witnesses, the scientific perspectives on the claims, and the broader cultural impact of the narrative. Through interviews with historians, researchers, and skeptics, we aim to separate fact from fiction and uncover the truth behind one of the most enduring legends of the 20th century. Join us as we navigate the murky waters of history and science, seeking to illuminate the shadows cast by the Philadelphia experiment. The Philadelphia experiment, with its blend of science fiction and conspiracy, has captured the imaginations of many. Central to its enduring allure are the accounts of alleged witnesses and the controversy surrounding these testimonies. Over the years, various individuals have come forward claiming to have either witnessed the experiment firsthand or to have insider knowledge about the events and the supposed cover-up. This chapter delves into these witness accounts, the controversies they have sparked, and the broader implications of their stories. One of the earliest and most influential figures in the Philadelphia experiment narrative is Carl M. Allen, also known by his pseudonym Carlos Allende. Allen claimed to have witnessed the experiment while serving as a merchant marine aboard the SS Andrew Furuseth, a ship that was docked near the Philadelphia Naval Yard at the time. In 1956, Allen sent a series of letters to UFO researcher Morris K. Jessup, detailing his version of the events and providing the first known written account of the Philadelphia experiment. Allen's letters to Jessup were filled with dramatic and unsettling descriptions. He claimed that the USS Eldridge had been enveloped in a mysterious greenish-blue glow before vanishing from sight. According to Allen, the ship not only disappeared from the Philadelphia Naval Yard, but also teleported to Norfolk, Virginia, and back again within a matter of minutes. The letters described how crew members suffered horrific consequences, with some allegedly becoming embedded in the ship's metal structure and others losing their sanity or disappearing entirely. Jessup, intrigued by Allen's claims, tried to corroborate the story. However, he found it difficult to obtain concrete evidence. The letters were filled with vague references and scientific jargon, making it challenging to discern fact from fiction. Despite these difficulties, Jessup believed there might be some truth to the story and included a discussion of the Philadelphia experiment in his book, The Case for the UFO, published in 1955. The story gained further traction when Jessup received a copy of his own book in 1957, annotated with comments from 3 individuals who claimed to be extraterrestrials. These annotations discussed various aspects of the book, including the Philadelphia experiment, and provided additional details that supported Allen's claims. This mysterious copy of the book, known as the Varo Edition, was published by the Varo Manufacturing Company at the request of the U.S. Navy's Office of Naval Research. The Navy's interest in the book added an air of legitimacy to the story, even though no official confirmation of the experiment was forthcoming. In the years following Allen's initial claims, other individuals came forward with their own accounts of the Philadelphia experiment. One of the most prominent was Al Bielek, who emerged in the 1980s with an elaborate story that linked the Philadelphia experiment to time travel, government mind control programs, and extraterrestrial involvement. Bielek claimed to have been a crew member aboard the USS Eldridge and to have participated in the experiment. According to his account, he and his brother, Duncan Cameron, were transported through time as a result of the experiment, ending up in a future where they were recruited into various secret government projects. Bielek's story, while captivating, is widely regarded as a fabrication by most researchers. His claims of time travel and involvement in other secret projects lack corroborating evidence and are often inconsistent with known historical facts. Despite this, Bielek's account added another layer of intrigue to the Philadelphia experiment narrative and attracted a dedicated following among conspiracy theorists and enthusiasts. Another figure who contributed to the controversy was Dr. Alfred Bielek, who claimed to be Al Bielek's father and a physicist involved in the Philadelphia experiment. According to Dr. Bielek, the experiment was part of a broader program exploring the possibilities of manipulating space-time using electromagnetic fields. He asserted that the technology used in the experiment was based on principles outlined in Einstein's unified field theory, and that the experiment's disastrous consequences were the result of unforeseen interactions between the fields generated by the equipment and the ship's structure. The accounts of the Bielek family, like those of Carl Allen, are difficult to verify and have been met with skepticism by the scientific community. Critics argue that the technology described in these stories simply did not exist in the 1940s, and that the dramatic effects attributed to the experiment are more likely the product of imagination and misinformation than scientific reality. Nonetheless, these accounts continue to be cited by those who believe in the Philadelphia experiment's authenticity. Adding to the complexity of the Philadelphia experiment narrative are the various declassified documents and naval records that appear to contradict the claims made by Allen, Bielek, and others. According to official records, the USS Eldridge was not even in Philadelphia on the dates in question, but was instead on a shakedown cruise in the Bahamas. Additionally, there is no evidence in the ship's logs or in any other naval documents to suggest that the Eldridge was involved in any kind of experiment related to invisibility or teleportation. These official denials have done little to dampen the enthusiasm of those who believe in the Philadelphia experiment. For many, the lack of official confirmation is seen as further proof of a government cover-up. Conspiracy theorists argue that the U.S. Navy and other government agencies have a vested interest in keeping the truth hidden, and that the discrepancies in the official records are the result of deliberate obfuscation. The controversy surrounding the Philadelphia experiment has also been fueled by various books, documentaries, and films that have explored the story over the years. One of the most influential books on the subject is The Philadelphia Experiment, Project Invisibility, written by William L. Moore and Charles Berlitz. and published in 1979. The book combined Allen's original claims with additional interviews and research, weaving a compelling narrative that captivated readers and brought the Philadelphia experiment into mainstream consciousness. Moore and Berlitz's book presented a detailed and dramatic account of the experiment, including interviews with alleged witnesses and descriptions of the scientific principles supposedly involved. While the book was criticized by some for its speculative and sensationalist approach, it played a significant role in popularizing the story and cementing its place in the annals of conspiracy lore. The Philadelphia experiment has also been the subject of several films, most notably the 1984 movie The Philadelphia Experiment, which depicted a fictionalized version of the events. The film's portrayal of the experiment, complete with time travel and government cover-ups, added another layer of intrigue to the story and introduced it to a wider audience. Subsequent films and television shows have continued to explore the Philadelphia experiment, often blending it with other conspiracy theories and science fiction tropes to create compelling narratives. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the Philadelphia experiment remains a topic of fascination and debate. For some, it is a cautionary tale of scientific overreach and the dangers of tampering with forces beyond our understanding. For others, it is a testament to the power of the human imagination and the allure of the unknown. The story's mix of fact and fiction, science and speculation, ensures that it continues to captivate and intrigue. As we continue to explore the Philadelphia experiment, it is important to consider the broader cultural and historical context in which the story emerged. The 1940s were a time of intense scientific and technological innovation, driven by the demands of World War II. The race to develop new weapons and technologies often involved secretive and ambitious projects, some of which remain classified to this day. The Philadelphia experiment fits within this broader narrative, reflecting the anxieties and aspirations of a world at war. The story also speaks to the enduring appeal of conspiracy theories and the human desire to uncover hidden truths. In a world where information is often controlled and manipulated, tales of secret experiments and government cover-ups resonate with those who feel distrustful of official narratives. The Philadelphia experiment, with its blend of science fiction and conspiracy, taps into these fears and curiosities, offering a tantalizing glimpse of what might lie just beyond the boundaries of our understanding. As we delve deeper into the story of the Philadelphia experiment, we will examine the scientific perspectives on the claims, the broader cultural impact of the narrative, and the ongoing efforts to separate fact from fiction. Through interviews with historians, researchers, and skeptics, we aim to shed light on one of the most enduring legends of the 20th century and explore the reasons behind its lasting appeal. Join us as we continue our journey into the mysterious and fascinating world of the Philadelphia experiment. The Philadelphia experiment has captured the imagination of conspiracy theorists and paranormal enthusiasts for decades. But to truly understand its significance, it's important to delve into the scientific perspectives and skepticism surrounding the claims. The story is said to involve complex principles of physics, particularly those related to electromagnetism and the unified field theory proposed by Albert Einstein. However, the scientific community has largely dismissed the claims as implausible and unsupported by evidence. This chapter explores the scientific arguments against the Philadelphia experiment, the technological limitations of the 1940s, and the reasons why such an experiment would have been improbable. At the heart of the Philadelphia experiment legend is the claim that the U.S. Navy used electromagnetic fields to render the USS Eldridge invisible and even teleport it from Philadelphia to Norfolk, Virginia. Proponents of the story often invoke Einstein's unified field theory, which sought to unify the forces of electromagnetism and gravity into a single theoretical framework. Although Einstein's work in this area was groundbreaking, it remained incomplete and speculative at the time of his death. The unified field theory, as conceptualized by Einstein, was an ambitious attempt to describe the fundamental forces of nature in a single coherent theory. However, it did not progress beyond the theoretical stage, and no practical applications of the theory were developed during Einstein's lifetime. The idea that such a theory could have been harnessed to make a ship invisible or teleported across hundreds of miles is far-fetched and lacks any basis in established physics. The primary scientific criticism of the Philadelphia experiment lies in the nature of electromagnetism and the technological capabilities of the 1940s. Electromagnetic fields are well understood phenomena, and while they can affect light and radio waves, the notion that they could bend these waves around a large object like a naval ship to render it invisible is highly implausible. The equipment necessary to generate such powerful electromagnetic fields would have been massive and would have required an enormous amount of energy, far beyond what was available on a ship like the USS Eldridge. Moreover, the effects described by the alleged witnesses, such as the ship vanishing and teleporting, are not consistent with any known physical principles. Teleportation, as depicted in science fiction, involves instantaneously moving an object from one location to another without traversing the space in between. In reality, teleportation of macroscopic objects remains purely theoretical and is not supported by any experimental evidence. Quantum teleportation, a process that involves the transfer of quantum states between particles, has been demonstrated in laboratory settings. But it applies only to individual particles and requires complex conditions that could not be replicated on a large scale. Another significant scientific objection to the Philadelphia experiment involves the supposed effects on the crew. The story claims that sailors were found embedded in the ship's metal structure or suffered severe psychological trauma. These descriptions resemble common tropes in science fiction and horror, but they are not supported by any medical or physical evidence. The process of becoming fused with a solid object would require a complete breakdown of the atomic structure of both the person and the object, an event that is not possible under any known physical laws. The skepticism of the scientific community is further reinforced by the lack of credible documentation or eyewitness testimony. Official naval records indicate that the USS Eldridge was not in Philadelphia during the alleged experiment and was instead conducting a shakedown cruise in the Bahamas. These logs are detailed and meticulously kept, leaving little room for the kind of large-scale cover-up suggested by conspiracy theorists. Additionally, many of the supposed witnesses who have come forward with stories about the Philadelphia experiment have been inconsistent in their accounts. Carl M. Allen, the primary source of the story, provided information that was often vague and contradictory. His letters to Morris K. Jessup included references to scientific principles and events that did not align with established facts. Other individuals, like Al Bielek, made even more extraordinary claims involving time travel and government mind control programs, which further strained credibility. In light of these inconsistencies and the lack of supporting evidence, the scientific consensus is that the Philadelphia experiment is a myth. The story likely emerged from a combination of misinterpretations, hoaxes, and the fertile imaginations of those intrigued by the possibilities of advanced science and secret government projects. However, the persistence of the Philadelphia experiment in popular culture and conspiracy theory circles highlights a broader issue: the appeal of narratives that challenge conventional understanding and suggest hidden truths. The idea that the government might possess secret technologies or conduct clandestine experiments taps into deep-seated fears and suspicions about authority and the unknown. These narratives provide a sense of intrigue and excitement, offering explanations for events and phenomena that seem inexplicable or mysterious. The Philadelphia experiment also reflects the broader cultural and historical context of the 1940s and 1950s, a time when scientific and technological advancements were rapidly transforming society. The development of radar, nuclear weapons, and other cutting-edge technologies fueled speculation about what else might be possible. In this environment, stories of secret experiments and advanced physics found a receptive audience, eager to believe that the boundaries of reality were being pushed in extraordinary ways. The legacy of the Philadelphia experiment is also intertwined with the evolution of science fiction as a genre. The story's elements of invisibility, teleportation, and unintended consequences have inspired numerous works of fiction, from books and movies to television shows and comic books. These fictional portrayals have, in turn, reinforced the myth, creating a feedback loop that perpetuates the legend and keeps it alive in the public imagination. Despite the overwhelming scientific evidence against the Philadelphia experiment, it continues to be a subject of fascination and debate. For many, the story represents a tantalizing possibility that there are undiscovered aspects of the universe waiting to be explored. It also serves as a reminder of the importance of critical thinking and skepticism in evaluating extraordinary claims. As we continue to investigate the Philadelphia experiment, it is crucial to approach the story with a balanced perspective, recognizing both its cultural significance and its scientific implausibility. By examining the historical context, the scientific principles involved, and the motivations of those who propagate the myth, we can gain a deeper understanding of why the Philadelphia experiment has endured and what it reveals about our collective psyche. The story of the Philadelphia experiment challenges us to consider the boundaries between science and fiction, between the known and the unknown. It invites us to explore the possibilities of advanced technologies and the ethical implications of their use. Whether viewed as a cautionary tale, a fascinating piece of fiction, or a genuine mystery, the Philadelphia experiment continues to captivate and intrigue, reflecting our enduring curiosity and our quest for knowledge. The legacy of the Philadelphia experiment extends far beyond the initial claims and alleged events of 1943. Over the decades, the story has permeated various facets of popular culture, influenced public perceptions of science and government, and inspired countless works of fiction. This chapter explores the far-reaching impact of the Philadelphia experiment, examining its presence in media, its role in the broader context of conspiracy theories, and its implications for our understanding of secrecy, technology, and the unknown. In the years following the initial emergence of the Philadelphia experiment story, it quickly became a staple of conspiracy theory literature. The story's blend of secret government experiments, advanced physics, and the potential for catastrophic outcomes tapped into deep-seated anxieties about the unknown and the potential misuse of scientific knowledge. As the Cold War progressed and public mistrust of government institutions grew, the Philadelphia experiment provided a compelling narrative that resonated with those who believed in hidden truths and covert operations. One of the key factors in the enduring appeal of the Philadelphia experiment is its adaptability. The story has been reinterpreted and expanded upon by various authors, filmmakers, and researchers, each adding their own elements and perspectives. This adaptability has allowed the Philadelphia experiment to remain relevant across different generations and cultural contexts. A significant milestone in the popularization of the Philadelphia experiment was the publication of The Philadelphia Experiment, Project Invisibility by William L. Moore and Charles Berlitz in 1979. The book combined Carl M. Allen's original claims with additional interviews and research, creating a detailed and dramatic narrative that captivated readers. Moore and Berlitz's work brought the Philadelphia experiment into mainstream consciousness, solidifying its place in the annals of conspiracy lore. The book's success also inspired further investigations and publications, each contributing to the growing mythos of the experiment. The Philadelphia experiment has also made a substantial impact on the world of film and television. The 1984 film, The Philadelphia Experiment, is perhaps the most well-known cinematic portrayal of the story. Directed by Stuart Raffill and starring Michael Pare and Nancy Allen, the film depicts a fictionalized version of the events, complete with time travel, government cover-ups, and dramatic special effects. The movie's portrayal of the experiment added another layer of intrigue to the story and introduced it to a wider audience. Its success led to a sequel, The Philadelphia Experiment 2, released in 1993, which continued the story with even more fantastical elements. Television has also explored the Philadelphia experiment in various forms. Documentaries and investigative programs have delved into the claims, often featuring interviews with researchers, skeptics, and alleged witnesses. These programs typically present a balanced view, examining both the scientific skepticism and the enduring fascination with the story. Shows like Unsolved Mysteries and Ancient Aliens have dedicated episodes to the Philadelphia experiment, further cementing its place in popular culture. In addition to its presence in film and television, the Philadelphia experiment has inspired numerous books, comics, and even video games. Authors have used the story as a basis for science fiction novels, exploring themes of invisibility, time travel, and the consequences of tampering with the fabric of reality. Comics have also embraced the narrative, often blending it with superhero and supernatural elements to create compelling stories. Video games, with their immersive and interactive nature, have provided a unique platform for exploring the Philadelphia experiment. Games that incorporate elements of the story often place players in the role of investigators or participants, allowing them to uncover clues and piece together the mystery. This interactive approach adds a new dimension to the story, making it more engaging and accessible to a younger audience. The Philadelphia experiment's impact is not limited to entertainment. It has also played a significant role in shaping public perceptions of science and technology. The story raises important questions about the ethical implications of scientific experimentation and the potential consequences of pushing the boundaries of human knowledge. It serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the potential dangers of unchecked scientific ambition and the importance of transparency and accountability in research. The story of the Philadelphia experiment also highlights the broader cultural fascination with secrecy and hidden knowledge. The idea that the government might possess advanced technologies and conduct clandestine experiments resonates with a public that is often skeptical of official narratives. This skepticism is fueled by historical events such as the Manhattan Project and the revelations of programs like MK Ultra, which demonstrate that secret government projects are not merely the stuff of fiction. The Philadelphia experiment fits into a larger pattern of conspiracy theories that question the official accounts of significant events and propose alternative explanations. These theories often thrive in environments of uncertainty and mistrust, offering simple explanations for complex phenomena. They provide a sense of agency and understanding for individuals who feel disenfranchised or powerless, allowing them to believe that they possess hidden truths that others are unaware of. The persistence of the Philadelphia experiment in popular culture and conspiracy theory circles highlights the challenges of combating disinformation and pseudoscience. Despite extensive debunking efforts by scientists and researchers, the story continues to attract believers who are drawn to its narrative of hidden knowledge and government cover-ups. This phenomenon underscores the importance of critical thinking and media literacy in navigating the complex information landscape of the modern world. In recent years, the rise of the internet and social media has further amplified the reach of the Philadelphia experiment. Online platforms provide a space for like-minded individuals to share information, discuss theories, and reinforce each other's beliefs. Websites, forums, and social media groups dedicated to the Philadelphia experiment and similar conspiracy theories have proliferated, creating echo chambers where skepticism and critical analysis are often discouraged. However, the internet also provides opportunities for countering disinformation and promoting accurate information. Fact-checking websites, educational resources, and online communities dedicated to debunking myths and promoting scientific literacy play a crucial role in challenging the spread of false information. By providing accessible and reliable information, these resources help to equip individuals with the tools they need to critically evaluate the claims they encounter. The Philadelphia experiment's enduring appeal also highlights the power of storytelling. The story's elements of mystery, scientific ambition, and unintended consequences create a compelling narrative that captures the imagination. This narrative power is a double-edged sword, as it can both inspire curiosity and perpetuate misinformation. Understanding the mechanics of storytelling and its impact on perception is essential for effectively communicating scientific information and combating disinformation. As we continue to explore the legacy of the Philadelphia experiment, it is important to recognize the broader implications of the story for our understanding of science, technology, and society. The narrative challenges us to consider the ethical dimensions of scientific research, the importance of transparency and accountability, and the role of skepticism and critical thinking in evaluating extraordinary claims. By examining the Philadelphia experiment through these lenses, we can gain valuable insights into the ways in which stories shape our perceptions and influence our beliefs. Ultimately, the Philadelphia experiment is more than just a tale of a secret military project. It is a reflection of our collective hopes, fears, and aspirations as we grapple with the possibilities and limitations of human knowledge. Whether viewed as a cautionary tale, a piece of science fiction, or a genuine mystery, the story invites us to explore the boundaries of what we know and to remain curious and open-minded in our quest for understanding. As we navigate the complexities of the modern world, the lessons of the Philadelphia experiment remind us of the importance of balancing ambition with responsibility and skepticism with wonder. The Philadelphia experiment's impact and legacy extend into various dimensions of society, touching on themes of secrecy, scientific ambition, and the human quest for understanding. As we delve deeper into its story, we explore how the legend has influenced contemporary views on government transparency, scientific ethics, and the interplay between myth and reality. This chapter examines the broader implications of the Philadelphia experiment, focusing on its role in shaping modern discourse about secret experiments, the boundaries of scientific exploration, and the perpetual allure of hidden truths. The Philadelphia experiment narrative emerged at a time when the world was grappling with the rapid advancements in science and technology brought about by World War II. The war had seen the development of radar, the atomic bomb, and other cutting-edge technologies that significantly altered the course of history. These advancements, achieved through intense secrecy and massive governmental efforts, laid the groundwork for public fascination with and skepticism towards secret military projects. In the aftermath of the war, the revelation of projects like the Manhattan Project, which developed the atomic bomb in secret, reinforced the idea that the government was capable of concealing monumental scientific achievements. The Philadelphia experiment fit neatly into this narrative, suggesting that there might be other, equally astounding projects hidden from public view. This perception was further fueled by the Cold War, during which both the United States and the Soviet Union engaged in covert operations and technological races that often remained shrouded in secrecy. One of the enduring legacies of the Philadelphia experiment is its influence on public attitudes towards government transparency. The story suggests that the government has the capability and willingness to conduct experiments beyond the public's knowledge, often with potentially dangerous consequences. This idea resonates with many, particularly in an era where distrust in governmental institutions is prevalent. Scandals such as Watergate, revelations about the CIA's MK-Ultra program, and more recent issues like the NSA's mass surveillance have only heightened this skepticism. The Philadelphia experiment also underscores the ethical considerations of scientific research. The narrative, with its themes of unintended consequences and the potential for harm, serves as a cautionary tale about the limits of scientific exploration. The alleged physical and psychological effects on the crew of the USS Eldridge highlight the potential human cost of pushing scientific boundaries without adequate oversight or ethical considerations. This resonates with historical instances of unethical experimentation, such as the Tuskegee syphilis study or the experiments conducted by Nazi doctors during World War II. The story prompts important questions about the responsibilities of scientists and governments in conducting research. It emphasizes the need for transparency, informed consent, and ethical guidelines to ensure that scientific advancements do not come at the expense of human dignity and safety. These considerations are particularly relevant in contemporary discussions about emerging technologies, such as genetic engineering, artificial intelligence, and quantum computing, where the potential for both benefit and harm is significant. The Philadelphia experiment also highlights the interplay between myth and reality. The story has been perpetuated and expanded upon through books, films, and online discussions, often blurring the lines between historical fact and fictional embellishment. This blending of truth and fiction is a common feature of conspiracy theories, which thrive on the ambiguity and complexity of real-world events. The Philadelphia experiment's persistence in popular culture underscores the power of narrative in shaping public perceptions and the difficulty of disentangling fact from fiction once a compelling story has taken hold. The internet has played a crucial role in the modern proliferation of the Philadelphia experiment narrative. Online forums, social media platforms, and dedicated websites provide spaces for enthusiasts to share information, debate theories, and reinforce each other's beliefs. These digital communities often operate in echo chambers, where skepticism and critical analysis are less prevalent, allowing the story to evolve and adapt to new contexts. This phenomenon reflects broader trends in the spread of conspiracy theories, where the democratization of information through the internet can both empower and mislead. Efforts to debunk the Philadelphia experiment have faced significant challenges. Scientific explanations and historical evidence often struggle to compete with the more sensational and emotionally resonant aspects of the story. This highlights the importance of effective science communication and the need for accessible, engaging ways to present factual information. Educators, journalists, and scientists must navigate the delicate balance between maintaining accuracy and capturing public interest, a task that becomes increasingly complex in the digital age. The Philadelphia experiment also invites reflection on the nature of scientific progress and the human desire to explore the unknown. The story's elements of invisibility, teleportation, and unintended consequences tap into fundamental questions about the limits of human knowledge and the potential for future discoveries. These themes resonate with the broader cultural fascination with science fiction, which often explores similar ideas and serves as a space for imagining alternative realities and possibilities. The legacy of the Philadelphia experiment can be seen in its influence on contemporary science fiction and speculative fiction. Works that explore themes of secret experiments, advanced technologies, and government cover-ups owe a debt to the narrative structure and motifs popularized by the Philadelphia experiment. This influence extends to television shows, movies, books, and even video games, where the story's elements are reinterpreted and reimagined for new audiences. The story also serves as a lens through which to examine broader societal anxieties about technology and progress. As scientific advancements continue to accelerate, questions about the ethical use of technology, the potential for unintended consequences, and the balance between public good and individual rights become increasingly pertinent. The Philadelphia experiment, with its mix of historical context, scientific speculation, and moral ambiguity, provides a framework for exploring these issues. In educational settings, the Philadelphia experiment can be used as a case study to teach critical thinking, scientific literacy, and ethical reasoning. By examining the story from multiple perspectives, historical, scientific, and cultural, students can learn to evaluate sources, discern credible information, and understand the broader implications of scientific research. This approach not only demystifies the narrative, but also equips students with the skills to navigate a complex information landscape. The Philadelphia experiment also underscores the importance of historical context in understanding and evaluating extraordinary claims. The story emerged from a specific period of intense scientific innovation and geopolitical tension, and its themes reflect the hopes and fears of that era. By situating the Philadelphia experiment within this broader historical framework, we can better understand why it resonated with the public and how it has evolved over time. As we continue to explore the legacy of the Philadelphia experiment, it is clear that its impact extends far beyond the specifics of the alleged events. The story serves as a focal point for discussions about government secrecy, scientific ethics, the power of narrative, and the human quest for knowledge. It challenges us to consider the balance between ambition and responsibility, skepticism and wonder, and fact and fiction. Ultimately, the Philadelphia experiment is more than just a tale of a secret military project. It is a reflection of our collective imagination and our enduring curiosity about the unknown. Whether viewed as a cautionary tale, a piece of science fiction, or a genuine mystery, the story invites us to explore the boundaries of what we know and to remain open to the possibilities that lie beyond. As we navigate the complexities of the modern world, the lessons of the Philadelphia experiment remind us of the importance of critical thinking, ethical consideration, and the relentless pursuit of understanding. The Philadelphia experiment remains one of the most enduring and mysterious tales of the 20th century. Whether you believe it was a groundbreaking scientific achievement, a hoax, or simply a myth, its impact on our collective consciousness is undeniable. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the unknown. Stay curious, and remember that sometimes the most intriguing stories lie at the intersection of fact and fiction. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more intriguing stories. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know which conspiracy theories you'd like us to cover next.